fine. And there's that there. Now, for those of you who stayed through that little hiccup, how was that? Is that okay? Okay. My OBS fucking just like logged me out and wasn't working. How odd. Now. Run. Run. All right. And hey, see, there's a chat box working. See, I can see you. I can see what's being said. I only need the one. And the game starts. All right. I left my tea upstairs. And the cat. He's right there. That boy. That boy. Now, how's the volume, by the way? When I was playing earlier, I was on... Alright, and that's working. Beautiful. Bit rate. Oh, thank you, my love. Alright. That's me. Chair did that. Gorgeous. And we're ready to find out. We're ready to go, boys. Easy. This will be here. Move this over. Shrink this pinch. Move that here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Even. Now. The adventure starts. I'm going to turn my game volume up a smidge. If it's too loud, you let me know. That's at 15%. So if that's too loud, you tell me. We will be starting a new game. How odd that Steamlabs would do that. New game. Enjoy. For the most part, we will be quiet through the cinematics as they can't be replayed. Oh, that's hot. Perfect.
Great Commander, this way.
So, this is her. custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
God, I'm... All right. It does look good for a PS1 game. Oh my god, and the chat box works again on the side. It wasn't working before. God, it's been like months. Beautiful. Look at him. No subs. Because gorgeous. Or is it? Look at him. Who are you? He asks. You're somebody. He's picking a fight, is what he's doing. Because why wouldn't he pick a fight with you? Oh, excuse me. In my mind, when I'm imagining this remake that I've been put in charge of in my mind, Fairbrand, this sequence is terrifying. When this came out for its time, it was fantastic, absolutely spectacular. Like the what the engine was capable of and what it was doing, just oh. And we haven't got to the good stuff yet. And the sprites only have like a handful of animations each, and they do so much with them. It's great. What the heck was that? It was a praying mantis is what it was. Without a dragon, which it wasn't, because there was no dragon in Celeste. than those soldiers were. It's my village. Look at him. Beautiful. Indeed, Rose. I wish I had something crunchy. Okay, alright. My god. Where is everybody? They're partying hard. They're partying hard. That's what that smoke is. They had one big bonfire because they're like, that square Dart's not here. Run it. Kickflip. I have a lot of questions about, as will be revealed shortly, a little late for you to show up. I mean, I wasn't. If I was being paid to show up, I would have. Occupy. None of your business. You're gonna die soon. These guys are shit at dying. Tell you what. And I'm fairly confident that those are matte paintings. Right? Easy peasy. Oh, that's crisp. So were there a remake, right? I'm gonna hop back and forth. Sorry, it's Cricket. Cricket. You might even be able to see my boy. He's sleeping right there. He's having a little snooze. If there were a remake, I believe my opinion, that this there would be a great injustice were it remade into the style of Final Fantasy, or like the Final Fantasy VII remake. Not that there's anything wrong with Final Fantasy VII, but it's a different place. Final Fantasy VII was a very different play style to the Legend of Dragoon, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? The guys who played, like, the old RPGs. What about the truce? The truce in question. So, there's Serdio, the country, but there's two kingdoms in Serdio. Right? There's, Sandora, the Empire of Sandora, and then there's the Kingdom of Baal. All of whom are Serdians, which isn't how that works. But you see, there's a few things with the translation from Japanese over to English. So there were a lot of problems, and as you follow the story, there'll be some things that don't make sense. Like every soldier of both empires, in the Serdian War, the Serdian Civil War, because that's what it is, you will find that there are just weird inconsistencies and things that don't make sense with Western culture, because this Serdio was very clearly Europe. Like, it's Northern Europe with knights and mounted cavalry and the whole beans, right? Right. But they have, like, whole knighthoods. And it wouldn't There's things that don't make sense. You will see them. We'll get to them as we get there. Hey, what about Shauna? Shauna's gone. She was taken. Look at this bird. Get out of here, bird. Get rid of those. Don't need those flashing in my head. Password. Oh, for your password for Twitch. Very good. I'm glad you're here. While you're here, by the way. Oh yeah, my own rules. Now, hey, the lines are gone. The lines today. A chair bearer was here, not helping me with it, but she was present in the house. I'm sorry, the camera's there, but I keep looking because you are here for me. This is on I'm playing this on an emulator because I have a fucking $4,000 gaming computer and I'm not going to dig out my old broken PS2 and have that refurbished when I could just... Anyway, you know that makes sense. Anyway, there were lines. I don't have a mouse pointer to show you, but there were like these awful, hideous black lines running across all the menus. And when I would change scenes, because you know when Dart, as just now, when Dart came over the field and then walked into Celeste, that was one scene, and then in Celeste is another scene, and I'm going to hit where that green arrow was in a second, and that'll be another scene. Every time the scene changed, there would be black lines, or there would be blue lines on all of the terrain. So it was a visual nightmare to look at. Especially on this screen. Holy God. Especially on this screen. It was terrible. And, I forget the guy's name now. How rude. Give me 10 seconds. I'm going to... If he's even in... He's probably gone to bed or doing something. Let me find him. Flying Zamboni. It's a good man. Anyway, he and Drew Universe, which I want to tag Drew if you're around. I'll tag the Discord. If you're okay with that, let me know if you are. I mean, you probably are, but if there are people watching the Legend of Dragoon and you're interested in the Legend of Dragoon community, unless you deliberately came there, I will tag the LOD Discord here, as well as the LOD Facebook. And it's just a community where we talk about LAD. And it's fantastic. Look at that bird. Look at him. Look at that guy. Hang on, buddy. I got you. Ah, he lives. Gorgeous. A light wound, but he was sleeping. In the street. You were lucky. If only you'd come back earlier. I mean, how could Dart have possibly known that a civil war was going to erupt and then they would annihilate his hometown? I mean, as far as I know, Dart wasn't even in the country. He was in, I'm pointing at it. Like, in my head, I'm looking at the world map, and there's an unexplored country over here. Unexplored. She was taken away. It seems Shauna was their primary purpose. Do you know where they went? How could he know? He was face down in the dirt. Probably trying not to be murdered. Besting a private. See, a private, right? But earlier they were knights. Like they're in the fight that we just had. When you highlight above which character you're attacking, they were knights of Sandora, but now they're privates of Sandora, which I'm not even sure they use the word private to describe infantrymen. You know what? See what I mean? The translation's iffy, but it's part of the charm, right? Where did you take Shauna? He doesn't even know who that person is. About her, she must be receiving the courtesies of Helena Prison by now. Helena, great song. We specifically invited only that woman. Rude. Leveled. Yeah. Rude. Rude, great commander. I feel like Dart's hitting a lot harder than he used to. Do you know what I mean?
Here.
Why are you telling me that now? That's strange.
Yes. Double slash.
Oh, okay. No rush, buddy. Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Double.
So how you doing tonight, buddy? You alright? Yes.
Yes. Double slash.
What? What's going on, Twitch? I keep getting the same alert, like you can you monitor your dashboard from your phone. Like it's come up like 3 times. It's strange. Ah, plentiful bounty. Volcano, which is in the wrong order in the editions. But that's okay. Alright, plus. Dart, are you going to rescue Yeah, of course it totally is. Found a knight's helmet started. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Journeys, no, of course it's not over. Good, because I was going on my adventure regardless of this village that I grew up in. And I absolutely know every detail of. And I'll be back with Shauna. I would love to see Dart made as a follower for Skyrim. Like a Skyrim mod with Dart. I would love that. Let's avoid having a conversation with him. I don't need to talk to that guy, because I know what I'm doing. And that's the basement. Do I need to have a conversation with these kids? I guess so. I did say 100%. This is revenge! Revenge. Do we have crackers upstairs? I want something crunchy. I need something to crunch on. Stop it. It's me, child. Is it Dart? Yes, Isha. It's me. Dart. Would they remember him? Because Dart's been gone for like 5 years. So would children remember? Not everyone was killed, so you have to help the people in the village. I will rescue Shauna. Weird pauses. The dialogue's full of weird pauses like that. This camera, I tell you, you and I are going to have a fist fight. Yeah. Let me just sort that. No? Oh, okay. Just even more of a mess is what's going to happen. This is an absolute... Fuck it. That'll do. I'll get medical herbs. Me too. Yeah, actually, you should get medical herbs. Now, I'm going to avoid talking to this character here. The guy with the sword. Because he's Dart's old teacher. I did say 100% completion. I'm going to talk to him. Master Taskman. You are Dart. You are safe. I taught you how to use the sword. I won't be killed so easily. Poster and... What? BG. What? And what? And BG. Oh, shit. Good eye, man. I forgot about that. I forget she's there all the time. Thanks, buddy. I should move her there. How are you two doing tonight? How's your wicked, riled adventures in Dark Souls, by the way? I am heading to Helena. Then have a match with me before you go. I want to see you still have the ability to rescue Shauna. Don't be silly. You cannot take my sword with that wound. I'm going to go on a journey soon. Ask me more if you... Where could you possibly be going? In light of this devastation. You guys are still doing DS2, eh? Ah, yes. The hardest of the Dark Souls games. I would very much enjoy, speaking of Dark Souls, I mentioned this already, but I'd very much enjoy that. You brought me snacks. Don't we have crackers? I'm certain we have salty crackers. Eh? Yeah. Can you bring me a bag of premium crust?
You want pasties on the street? You want a piece of the pasty?
Premium crust crackers were my chips when I played The Legend of Dragoon, because that's all we had. The only thing I'm missing is Brennan and a big Samoyed and a plate full of butter. 3 things. I'm missing 3 things and The Legend of Dragoon. And Sprite. We don't have any, and I don't drink pop anymore, and neither should you. But Sprite. I'm definitely going to eat these cookies, unless you prefer these cookies for you, right? Or you bring me the Premium Plus crackers. No, I'll take the crackers. I'll absolutely take the crackers. Fucking right. Love crackers. Be good in there. This character is Shauna, for those of you who don't know. She is she's fantastic. Who the heck is that girl? You can tell me. No, we can't. Yeah, God. Speaking of hallucinations, I'm going to call you later about D&D. Bolt of lightning had struck my brain last night. As it does when you're, brushing your teeth, getting ready to turn your mind off to go to bed, you have a stroke of inspiration. Fucking fucking tight. You are the best, my love. Oh, yeah. Try and stop me now, Dad. You guys are wasting your time. You know how many birdhouses you could have built? You know how much stuff you could have got done instead of sitting there eating junk food? Playing Legend of Dragoon? You gotta pull the thing, you gotta pull it gentle though. Because, look. See the thing? If you rip this, crackers everywhere, and you don't want to rip it this part, excuse me. You don't want to pull it here, because the thing, they'll just explode everywhere, and then your dog Cody will just destroy the entire bag, and you don't have a chance. Today's going to be a good day, boys. I'll tell you what. Mafalba. For those who don't grasp the value, should just do what the order says. And Frugel, turns out, is a human. Like everybody else around that guy, human. Frugel, massive man, got horns on his head. How insane, right? He's obviously not a human. He's got horns on his head. This is a message from Emperor Dole. Don't touch the girl. Don't hurt her. She's not to be hurt, harmed in any manner. Which is strange, because she's in a prison patrolled by guys full of bondage gear. And if you find the concept art online of the wardens of Helena Prison, I thought that was just a uniform. The whole thing, my whole life I thought that, until I saw some concept art of the guards in Helena, and it's all bondage gear, all of it. I lost the squirrel. Do you mean that one right there in front of you? In these troublous times, you have to protect yourself. What do you think? You want to buy something? Yeah, I'll buy something. We're going to need, we got 5 of those bad boys. Buy a couple of these real quick. I won't need this. I definitely am not going to need charm potions. Let's be honest. I'm going to throw those away as soon as I can. Don't you want to know how to use the items? I can teach you. No, I know what I'm doing. Thanks. I just forget little things like putting certain rings on. Sometimes I forget to equip things. A healing potion. 7 healing potions for one guy. Beautiful. Should have healed Web for left Celeste. See, little things. I forget little things like that while I'm thinking of the larger, the butterfly effects of some of the decisions that I've made in game earlier. It's fucking. There, good, perfect. Hey, there we go. Now, I'm a professional. Truly, I am. Only on TV in my profession. Which is now, I suppose.
Yes. Double slash.
But in the, excuse me, referring to the remake, as we work our way through the forest till we get to any story ports, I will talk about my ideas that have come to me over the last 10 years. I think I've been thinking about it. How long have I been thinking about a remake, LOD? Swords? I don't know. Anyway. Charm potion. Trash. Charm potions are trash. Throw them out. Since... Which Final Fantasy was it? Where if you changed weapons I think it was 9. If you changed your kit, I'm pointing at it. I'm sorry, I wish I had a mouse and I could see what I was doing. When you change your equipment, the sprite changed as well. Same for the armor. I'd very much like to do that. Get rid of this trash. Takes up space in my inventory. Do 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 do. So, Dart, when the game starts, he's wearing leather armor, but when you upgrade to like chainmail armor, or, as it goes up, either the entire suit of armor changes, like the whole thing changes, very much like in Dark Souls or any modern game where you change your equipment, and you're basically playing Fashion Souls after that. Either the whole thing changes, the whole sprite changes his armor, or the model, you buy the armor and then it upgrades the armor from there. So you would have Dart's leather armor, and then there would be chainmail integrated onto the leather armor. If that, like, you know what I mean? It would, mentally it makes more sense when it's like chainmail, plate mail, up and up and up and up, you know. Also changing weapons, but I mean, their weapons are like kind of like their signature thing, kind of like they're the elements that they represent. Because that's the way out. In each character that we'll run into over this whole playthrough, each of them, of the main characters anyway, they have like a color scheme which correlates to which element that they represent, and it's pretty, it's really handy because visually you will, like, that's him, purple, lightning, right? Your mind immediately connects those two things, not just for him, but for everybody else that uses that particular element. I have no time to do... Look at that face. How could you not love that face? Good God. This way. Where were your parents? Like, you know. Leave Shauna alone. Hang in there. I'll get you out of there, Shauna. Those are core, yeah. Yeah. Because Dart would always have a two-handed sword. Dart is always using a long sword of some variety, regardless of the name. You know, like, there's a point in the game where Dart, like, picks up a great sword, which is okay, you know. But then it veers into silliness, like in particular, I'm thinking of weapon changes from Final Fantasy X, and some of them were just downright goofy, man. They didn't fit the character, they didn't fit his aesthetic. Like Dart's sword and armor, they are meant to work together, all of them. Or alternatively, you have their armor upgrades with flare and flash and design, a la the runic axe, the Leviathan axe, excuse me, from God of War, the most recent God of War, where as you upgrade the Leviathan axe, it gets like runes and enchantments and stuff on it, so their armor and weapons would change then. I think like that's a no-brainer now to do, and obviously they didn't have either the time or the tech to do that when they made this game, because it took the studio like 3 years to get it done. And I've played this game so much, and in my mind I've played it over and over again. When you're having like a long shift at work and you're like, okay, I'm at here, and then I go to this button, there's a chest in that corner and it's got the thing, you know. But as you upgrade your characters, a visual, it works in Mega Man. There is an example. Mega Man 10, Mega Man X. As you upgrade, in Mega Man X, as you upgrade Mega Man, he becomes more and more like Mega Man changes. So by the time you get to the end, of the game, Mega Man then is not even the same character as Mega Man at the start, and it's super great. Oh, here, one for Brennan, one for Cody, one for Matt. Pretty sure you fight that model on Mount Mortal Dragon. Pretty sure. How can I sneak in there? You can't. And look how they simulated the water. Like, they couldn't do proper, couldn't do waves, obviously, but they simulated the water just by putting different layers on, going in different directions to make it look like it was swirling. You know, that's fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. About the crackers, excuse me. When my brother and I lived together, kids, playing the Legend of Dragoon, and we pulled out these bad boys. We had a dog, Cody, big Samoyed, beautiful, beautiful dog. He's the best mouser in the world. The rule was, and this is a rule that Cody established, not my brother or I, one cracker was for me, one was for my brother, and the third cracker was for him. And if you broke that circle, mad to you. Bought a lot of food recently. Is there something going on? Not the business of a merchant like you, the guy bringing us the food. I'll inspect the load, alright? Hidden. It seems to be okay. There's a dude, like, in his eye line around the corner. Also a campfire system a la Dragon Age. A camp system would be super cool. Final Fantasy IX had a camping system, matter of thing about it. You had to buy tents and stuff, and you could set up a campsite somewhere, and you could have dialogue with the characters, which I think would be fantastic. He made it. You're into Helena now. Getting here wasn't the problem. I don't know if the soundtrack is copyrighted. I will assume that it is automatically. But I would very much like the audio track for the menu to be my Be Right Back music for my screen over here. I'm pointing at it. I'd very much like when I hit Be Right Back, that music plays the whole. I'd love that. Yeah. Hang on, everybody. We're just going to take a small break from the Legend of Dragoon while I get myself a cup of tea. Let me just leave you with the soothing sounds of Mick Gordon and the Doom 2016 soundtrack. And then comes screaming in and just blows the skin right off your face. Which wouldn't be a terrible way to go. Let's be honest, Mick Gordon is doing God's work, man. Beautiful. Help me, I'm just a delivery man. You're a merchant. It says right there in your name. Right there on the top. It says your name is Merchant. Be quiet. I'm not going to kill you. Okay, I won't make any noise. No, I just went and got a guard to try and kill you. Excuse me. We're okay. Don't need to heal yet. Hey, how you doing? And having another one that's occurred to me, combat arenas. Having multiple combat arenas for each area instead of the same combat arena over and over again. Not that there's anything wrong with them, because there isn't. But it would be nice, you know. The Halo theme in the style of Doom. Oh, okay. Well, huck that in the Discord so we can get down on it, Brent. What are you doing? Now, I'm pretty sure that this elevator is out. Because when you... Spoilers. Come through here again. Okay, well, I thought about it. Because when you come back here for absolute numbers, you have to use that particular elevator. And there's like level 1 equipment up there, but it's not for Dart. Oh yeah, also the equipment all is character based. So each character has their own like track of equipment instead of like Mass Effect, say, where everybody, you could just get the same suit of armor for everybody. It doesn't work like that in this game.
Double slash. Double slash.
Or instead of buying new suits of armor, you'd literally just buy upgrades for it. And for the weapons as well. So Dart sword, say, would get like engravings on it. You know, he'd get it's like a completely different sword. Like he's just got a flat, it's not flat, but it's a, well, your traditional diamond shape, right? Diamond shape longsword. And say you're upgrading it. Well, now it's got a bevel. You know?
Double slash.
I mean, there's a lot of different things there's a lot of different things that I would like to do had I the time, and if Sony didn't, you know, every time Sony caught wind of someone making a remake or their own home-style mod or whatever, Sony didn't hit them with a cease and desist. That's not it. It's not cease and desist. It's a thing. I'm pretty sure it is cease and desist, now that I'm thinking about it. Bum, bum. I want that chest. Just hop down and get it. It's right there. Silliness today. How goes Stardew Valley? And how was our boy? Let me open this chest before you pick a fight with me. Oh, okay. You fool! Should be spelled F-E-W-L. Fool. One thing I appreciate about this game a lot is the
Double slash.
just the complete willingness that all of the guards in this game have to just throw their lives away. Like, they could watch you just butcher your way through like 10 of their buddies, and the 11th guy'd be like, good, now he's tired. I'm gonna get it. I'll be the guy. I'll get him. No. No, you won't. Beautiful. Give me this. You want to fight? No. Also, the sprites would change if they went to like a, you know, depending on the climate. Like if it's a hot climate, they're probably going to be wearing less. If it's a cold climate, they're definitely going to be wearing like fur cloaks and stuff. You know, but where are you going to find all that, you know, bloody red dye? Give me this. Angel's Prayer is a revive item. And there's, where'd that last guy go? Hey, you know, come back here for a second. Come back here. Hey, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about something real fast here. Uh, 61. Nice.
Double slash. Double slash.
Gorgeous. You know what we should do, actually? I still have miniatures. What am I thinking? I still got miniatures for our D&D to paint. But I was thinking... excuse me. Quairoldor is a commission painter like myself. I also paint miniatures, you know. But as a commission, we could get Quai to print some Legend of Dragoon minis. I don't know, so maybe auction them off for charity or something. You know? Move quicker, he says, and the guy's, ah! You have such bad luck. You will regret not being killed on the battlefield. What do you mean? It's pretty straightforward. You really believe you live comfortably in a prison? No, look at it. This prison's a piece of shit. Head Warden Frugel will feed you to the monster. I won't let you humiliate us. He hasn't started yet. Oh no! Look at the text. What's that? Worst kind of POW with the best kind of food. Knight of Basil. I won't let him. Look at him. The man. The myth. The legend. Silly guy. You think you can escape from here alone? Survive. Get to Indel's castle. Tell the king. How do you whistle with all that chainmail right in front of your face? Hmm? Ah, dead. Is this a civil... Yes, you knew it was, though. Are you a dog of Basil? Ah. No, he's a paprika man. Didn't even use the spear tip. He just, like, clubbed him with the other end. I'm Dart. I'm not your enemy. Head of the first knighthood of the Kingdom of Basil. But all the knighthoods look identical. And if you've studied history, knighthoods didn't do that. Like of the three major orders of knights during the medieval era, none of them looked the same. They may have wore the same crosses, because knights as a rule were all religious orders, but I mean, visually that would be a lot more complicated. For, like, especially for a game of this era. But, like, Lavitz is green and silver, and all of the Knights of Baal, they're all blue.
Double slash.
Which, if we're remembering color theory that we talked about earlier, all blue means water, but they're not.
Double slash.
But the water thing would be fitting because the castle, Indel's castle, is surrounded by water, and Baal is basically the Italian city built on water. I will carry out your wish. Which wish? Who said what? Intentionally comes to Helena. What are you up to? I'm here to rescue someone important to me. Do you know anything about her? Her name is Shauna. I am sorry, but I'll look elsewhere. In your mind, dear viewer, what do these people sound like to you? Back to the castle as soon as possible. She's important, this girl you were looking for. It's my problem. It was my fault. It wasn't your fault. I don't know what brought you to Helena, but it is not that easy to go through alone. That goes for me too, because obviously it'd be better if you teamed up. But I can break out from here together with you. Of course, with the girl. How come you trust me? We've just met. It's not a matter of trust, it's the interest. The raid you made was quite impressive. I trusted you to guard my back. That's the way I think. Alright, let's go together. And Lavitz has joined your party. There's going to be a guard coming in like 3 seconds. But I want your loot. Bum, 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 bum. Give me your sweet equipment. Spark net, actually. That's going to be pretty handy for Shauna. Oh, did you see that? 007 once it's... All these people are just severe PTSD. That was quick, fast, easy. Should have think about. Oh, there's a guy. Who is it? Knock knock. For $300. Also, if there's any grinding to be done, probably gonna do all of that off. Probably gonna do all the grinding off camera because it'll be the same fight in the same place over and over again, and that would be boring, and there would be no story progression. You know. I wonder when my parts are gonna come in. I ordered some parts for my miniature painting. You see Dart's feet to the bottom of the elevator. And that's the door we have to go through, but we're not going to do that yet. Oh no, not that way. This staircase is tight. How tight though, Dart? There's only 8 of them. You guys got this. No problem. Extra tightly guarded. This key just left laying about, not securely. Girl Koshana is under confinement. I would have put a mini boss here, just a little one, little guy, warm me up. I intend to ask directly to the head warden, but that's after we rescue Shanna. I would have put a mini boss with a key on it, were it me, but I was but a wee sprite. I don't know, how old was I when this came out? I'm ancient now. I'm like 200 or something. Open this door. Give me your equipment. I'll have a chance to go back and talk to the merchant, though. Oh, almost. I don't care if I get caught. I'm literally just going to kill everybody I see. Except these poor people. You could tell they're citizens of Bale. There's no way I can get out of here alive. That's true, but I mean, look, these guys got tools. There's weapons right there. There's shovels and stuff. And we're in a tower, up high. Where are we digging to? I love this game. Only 3? There's only 3 of you? Pfft. Beautiful. The as you level up further and further, and as you progress, your additions, that's what these attacks are called, they will get incrementally more difficult, as in with more button presses, and the rhythm will be broken weird. Like Albert, Miru, and Hashel are playing gent. Like that's their. It's wild, especially Miru's, who are fast, and I'm fairly confident the Miru's straight up busted. Because at like a certain level, she just takes off, man. Like her damage. Her damage is just through the roof. Beautiful.
Double slash. Double slash.
He could use some chainmail, our Dart. Protect that unguarded arm. Ugh. Bum, bum. Oh, shit. You were from Basil. Was it the green armor and the symbol of the Kingdom of Basil on his chest? Get them before they make... Listen. I don't know if you've ever been in a fight, but they're pretty loud. And if you're fighting with weapons and armor, it's much louder. So, but it's fine. Whatever. It's only 3 guys.
Double slash.
And for those of you wondering, well, I've never seen this game before. I don't know what the Legend of Dragoon is. It's a JRPG from 1999. And it was designed to be the Final Fantasy killer. And anytime a video game, as we've seen in the last 20 years, anytime a game comes along with the added title of insert game killer, they're not. But I like the Legend of Dragoon. I fucking love the Legend of Dragoon. I love the Legend of Dragoon way more than I've ever liked any Final Fantasy I've ever played. And like, I have no interest in playing any Final Fantasies to begin with. For whatever reason, I just think they're goofy. The only one I liked was 9. 10 just made me want to drink paint thinner. It just, oh god, it was just... But the Legend of Dragoon, even though I have played this game so often that I've seen through the polish and I see the cracks in it, I am wildly in love with this game. Is that Shauna? It's me, Dart. Dart, is that you? Yes, it's me. I'm here to rescue you. Dart, shut the fuck up. You're making so much noise. Hurry up. The guards are coming. I mean, it's not really a problem, Lavitz. We just killed... Just to get in this room, we've killed 9 men. Shauna. Dart. I'm here to rescue you. Dart, you're a total hottie. You haven't forgotten me? Why would she forget you? You're like a big brother. How could I forget? Show me your face. I can't. I have too much hair. Haven't changed. I mean, you have. Look at that armor. Look at the armor you've got. It's a matching set. It's kick-ass. Yeah, the guards are coming. And your cool adventuring boots. And your buckles and whatnot. And then Shauna's just like, ah. The boy, she did the tuck. Did you see it? She did the tuck. Oh. He's here. The girl is brave. She's... I mean, yes. I won't let her. It's brave. I don't know what team I'm going to go with this run. I don't. Maybe I'll run a poll on Insta. Ah! Not enough choices. Swords, do you remember our first run, if at all, and who we picked?
Double slash.
I think it was Kongol. I think it was Kongol and Rose. I think. Our very first playthrough. Probably because they had the simplest editions, you know. I mean, Rose gets pretty wild toward the end. So does Kongol, but they're not. Good God, it's not anything like Albert and Muir.
Double slash.
Scout's snoring. You can't hear him, but my dog is snoring behind me. Are you hurt? I am fine. You can celebrate later. We're steep in the guts of the enemy. Which is where you want to be, insert Nick Gordon. Tard, I'm 18. I can fight too, because in the remaster, Shauna would have more abilities that would make her more useful instead of getting dumped into the back line at like level 8. For those of you watching who have played this before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I will argue, if you like, about Shauna's usefulness, but if she were a regular warden, she wouldn't have been able to survive. Of course, there are not that many fools who would have come to save her either. But the Shauna of my memory hasn't changed a bit. Well, Dart, get over it. Yeah. Talk about that after we leave. Frugel, who's absolutely a human. Look at it, see, because he's got a helmet on. And it's just all the time. Say that again? The knight from Basil broke out of the jail. I am sorry, I'm not talking about that rat. After that, the girl from Celeste was taken by the red guy. Who's the red guy? The girl was taken by the guy with red armor. And then disposable income. Don't kill the girl. That's an order from His Majesty Dole. I'll behead all of you, and then he'll have no cards. I might as well dye everything else red with your blood. Blood. I wonder what Frugel sounds like. In my brain, he sounds like not like Jabba the Hutt, you know, but almost. Very jowly. Or he could have that like a George Lucas voice, because George Lucas has jowls that are not rivaled by anything, you know, and he's got a very like, you know, I was doing the thing. I should save, just in case. Stagger your saves. Not that it'll corrupt, because it won't. It's not going to do that, but... Hey, man. Guards are real hot. Oh, it's you. Yeah, give me stuff. Give me things. 6. Yeah, that should get us to... Yeah. I should get this controller refurbished. If you're wondering why my character every now and again run, stop, it's because my controller's old. This is a Gears of War Special Edition 360 controller. So you're the one in red, acting like a prince. Then what? There is one answer. You and the leader of the Knights are feed for the pet. After I mince you up. You can't mince with that thing. It's not. Lavitz, is this the head warding? My name is Frugal. Or, no, excuse me. His name is Frugal. He's so bad even the people of his own country are afraid of him. Calm face, or are you paralyzed with fear? You attacked Celeste, didn't you? No, I just gave them the order. Why did you have Shauna taken away? I don't know. Emperor Dole said to bring back that, or just said to bring that girl back. The order was so trivial that I added the new one of annihilating Celeste. Laughter. Solo Walker, Nibu Pinchi. Get rid of these fucking burnouts. Oh, I can't attack him yet. Very good. Because Shauna's got, like, I believe... No, Miru's got the highest magic attack. Shauna's got a really high magic resistance, or really high magic attack. So I will use Shauna to heal and throw potions. Because honestly, her bow doesn't do very much. And later on, it does not generate very much SP. You gotta use it a lot, though, for the SP to pop up. Like disc. God, when did I give up on using Shauna? Somewhere around like disc 3, she really fell off. And I should have just kept going with it because she got stronger after that. But there's a dip with her, and it's really hard to climb out of it. And it's so much easier to use anybody else. But I digress. It hasn't happened yet. We're not there in the story, but later on, Shauna will just get, like, she will climb Dragoon levels so fast. Get him, and then he's going to throw fire at me. Oh, that sucked. There's subtitles. Take you with me. And Lavitz has like the lowest Lavitz doesn't have the lowest magic resist, but he's got pretty garbage magic resist. The lowest magic resist is Kongol. I'm pretty sure he takes like double damage. And Shauna's got terrible physical resistance, so we're going to want to avoid that. And then he's going to light me on fire. Oh no. And then I'm going to use Shauna and the burnouts to absolutely scorch Frugal from the surface of the earth. Oh, I'll give Shauna the kill. Now I'm going to use Shauna to scorch Frigel from the surface of the earth. Ooh. Damage. Boy, I wish I had that, one of those healing breezes laying around. Alright. Can you... An anonymous...
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Well, holy shit. Thank you much, anonymous gifter. You are
Our modest fellowship
wildly
expands.
generous.
Praise the sub.
Nat Solo, that's a name I have not heard in many a year. Totally Lynn.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Thank you so much, you anonymous, beautiful man. Or, you know, whatever. Person, you're wonderful and amazing. You got me all flustered now. Got me all flustered and I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Fucking multitask. I don't have a thought of these. I'm sorry.
Double slash.
Oh, okay, no, that makes a lot more sense. Sorry. My brain was thinking that number should be a lot higher. No, that should be where we're at. That was a big chunk. Blah! Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous even. Oh, yeah. That is the stuff that makes Shauna into an absolute monster. Get the hell away from Lavitz, you great goon.
Double slash.
Beautiful. This'll kill him. And it'll clear up inventory because by the time I get where we're going, I won't have any space. Oh, yeah! We're in the carpal tunnel. Good job, Shauna. You pulled your weight in that fight. And that is what makes Shauna into an absolute beast. Is letting her just smash things with magic, and she's great. She's great for magic and healing as long as the other two guys, I say guys, as long as the other two characters can hammer out enough damage to make up the shortfall of her stopping damage to heal. Right? Makes sense? But again, Shauna's got that big drop off, and it's so hard to get her out of that pit that people stop using her. Let's get out of here, Shauna. Get to the horses. He's yelling at nobody because there's like no one around because the boys have killed everyone. Beautiful. Bring her back here, or you'll be dead. Oh yeah, the horse's legs busted. You, when did you sneak in? He never left. He's been here the whole time. Yeah, right to directly to the glue factory. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Should we tell this to Match to lock his knees? Wait, I'll bring back the girl. Otherwise, you would be dead by now. You go too, you bastard. Everything is going just as I planned. It's not. That's a fib. That's a fib. They're in the palm of my hand. They're not. And just for fun, just for funsies, we'll go back here. Just for fun, just to see. Who's up these voices I'm hearing? It's like 3 guys. It's fine. You can fight your way through that. No problem. We'll be home by supper. What is... It's coming from the forest. It seems that the Imperial Army just camped here. It's too risky. Let's take another route. Oh, another route. Sends from his old Blackberry. Fuck no shit. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I often forget about the guard ability, because the guard ability is fantastic. Guard allows you to block half of all incoming damage, and you heal 10%. So it's a no-brainer to use it over healing. Healing potions only heal about half your health. Half your total health, excuse me. So using the guard it's almost a no-brainer. Ah, got an itch there. How are we in additions, by the way? Because we're not grinding, as I normally would be doing, like grinding. When I say grinding, I don't grind for levels. I grind to get additions done. Because the higher you level up your addition, the more damage that addition then does. Or not necessarily so much more damage, but like more damage and more spirit points, which will come along later. But that's later. But normally I would be grinding, but again, grinding on stream is, it ain't great, you know. Run! See, that's Helena Prison right there in the background. This prairie is clearly along the coast, particularly the northern coast. So these guys are running the other way. So the world map in the remake, I'm referring to this remake that I'm in charge of in my mind. In the remake, the world map is going to change a little bit. So instead of going directly north, they're going to cut around, you know. But they can't do that because then there's a country behind them. So this area was designed, I believe, to go south. You know what I mean? Ah, in the leg. You haven't seen the world map, so you can't, like the whole world map, so you don't know what I'm talking about. That doesn't help. So I have it in my head again. That's not an arrow, that's a javelin. Does it hurt? Probably. Yeah. Probably hurts a whole ton, my son. I will carry Lavitz. You go first. Don't treat me like a child. I'll go with you guys. Shauna, it's not that. It's that I'm physically bigger and stronger than you, and I'm the one more likely to carry Lavitz. It's only 2 guys. We killed like something somewhere in the ballpark of like 23 people getting her out, and there's only 2 guys chasing you. Look at this. Look at this guy. His bondage gear. In the sun. He doesn't even have sunblock on. Melanoma's real. There they are. Come out and we'll spare the people in Basel. Like the whole country. Is this the fugitive? Yes, it's a family of field mice. Go that way. This path will take you back to the forest on the other side of the Imperial camp. My crackers. I should put my crackers on my right-hand side so I'm more prone to get them. That was close. Fantastic looking water, man. For like 1999, it's fantastic. Like you can see the jagged bits, but beautiful. Look, it's Fairbrand. There he is.
Yes! Double slash!
Oh no. What's Shauna's speed at?
Yes! Double slash!
Oh boy. Dart's in the yellow now, I think. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I gotta put the ring. I gotta put the Knight's ring on Shauna to boost her physical defense. Because she's gonna need it. Excuse me. I'm gonna cheap it out here just a little bit. There's an area ahead. See, this is what I mean. Like, I can just keep doing this, and there's no limit on using them. Like, if there was an ability like Darkest Dungeon. I mean, Darkest Dungeon is meant to give you kidney stones, but Darkest Dungeon, they would have like a numerical lock on the amount of times you could use guard. Yeah, I think I'll let Shauna pick up the kill on this one. That's going to be a big spell. Ah, it's okay. The Lavitz is wind-based, so it's not really going to hurt him. There you go. You did a lot of work there, Shauna. Hey. And Lavitz is on like unlocked edition number 3 by now. All right, now we can hang out for a minute. Wah! That javelin I got to my shin really hurt. It's not a trifle, buddy. You were hit with a tree branch. A little bit. Yeah. I learned first aid. I thought it would be useful, particularly in times like these. Shauna learning. Mr. So-and-so might come back injured at any moment. A la this guy. Let's use that shack over there. And then Dart carries Lavitz into the shack because he's big and strong. Speaking of voice acting, as Anonymous Gifter brought it up here, Nat Solo is also a voice actor. And were I in charge of this project in my mind, I would have Nat Solo voice one of the characters. Thanks. It's so much better now that you applied the roots and the bandages. It seems you completely lost those fools from Helena. Tell me about the last 5 years. Now, real fast, everybody. This is important. I want you to pay attention to this. Look next to the chat box above Shauna's name. That's an electrical light, is it not? Because there's a steel cage around it. Right? Like, I'm not crazy for thinking that is an electric light sitting there. It's okay, never mind. We don't have time now. And Dart's like, no, Shauna, I'm going to tell you. It was a journey for revenge. It was a journey to find the guy who deprived me of something precious and kill him. I couldn't tell you, Shauna. That's why I left by myself. The Black Monster? I only know the name. Nobody would tell me any more about it because they said I was still too young. What is the Black Monster? What are you talking about? I have two homes. Excuse me. One is Celeste, where I spend time with Shauna, where you grew up with Shauna. And the other is where I spent time with my parents, my first home, which was taken to me by the monster 18 years ago. Neat. Check it out. It was when I was 5 years old, and Neat was assaulted by the Black Monster. There's Mom. There's Mini Dart. There's his dad. This is an important note. We were lucky. Only 3 of us could get out from the village. Look at Dart's father's thing here. That's cool. He's got a piece of armor and a bandolier holding it on. That's brilliant. It's not, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's not clipping through. It's a separate model entirely. But my father returned to the village. Dart, similarly, has snippets of red on his shoulders. Color theory. And my mother followed to help everybody. But that's where the Black Monster was waiting. Thought I saw a mouse. I was left alone shivering and waiting for dawn. The sun revealed a foreign landscape. It was a completely transformed Neat. Oh, but what's this? A shiny rock, and I found this. Whoa. What I found on the ground was only this. It's a memento, the only thing my father carried around all the time. Dart, it's okay, I understand. Shauna, I'm sorry, I didn't want to tell you. It's okay, I knew you would tell me someday, you don't have to say any more. So you just came back from a journey to bring closure to the past. I'm still not there yet. You said Neat. It doesn't seem to be a village in this country. It was located farther north from here. I guess no one even remember its name anymore. They would. Tell me, what's going on in this country? Currently, our kingdom of Basil is at war with the Imperial Sandora. The war has spread all over Serdio. Serdio, the singular country. Why was the truce broken? Because of the dragon. The legendary monster added weight to Sandora and broke the balance of power. Then Emperor Dole started to be more aggressive. The dragon, no way such a thing can be used in war. Do you know something about it? He's like in his face, like a Randy Savage. Do you know anything about it? Oh yeah, he'd be pointing with his pinky. Oh I was swooped down on by a dragon before I entered Celeste. I was overwhelmed. There was no way to escape from it. I was saved by a passing warrior. That's why I'm still alive. The dragon is advancing faster than I thought. We must do something or it'll be too late. You mean more casualties? Yeah, it's a war. Anyway, I have to go back to Indel's castle and Bale. There are so many things I have to report to King Albert. You know what, Dart? You guys should come along with me. Minister Noash might know something about the Black Monster. I see. They're a royalty with a long history. I might be able to find out something new. It's a done deal. Lavitz don't take chances. You are not completely well. You'll make a good wife one day. To Lavitz. It's well worn, but very sharp. I should make that. Look at this horse's feet. Look at him. Look at the horse's feet. That guy's feet's already glue. Oh, all right. Boom, 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 do 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 do.
Harpoon! Yes! Double slash!
Shauna is really fast. So if you spend a ton of money on magic attacks, you spend a ton of money on magic attacks until that big drop off. Even after the drop off, maybe she might be still good. Maybe I will use Shauna. You know what? In light of giving it a go for a giggle, for a proper laugh, a solid keck, one could say. It's almost falling. Wait, if we carry this to the river, it can be a bridge, can it? I put it to you, though. What if I took this well-worn axe and never brought it back? Because he does. He never brings it back. They never return the axe. Dart. All right. Here we go. I guess that's a rock behind him. You see the horizontal one behind him? That looks like a tree to my eye, but... ah, yes. What kind of hellish country can you imagine? Unless you're Australian, then I guess it's normal, but could you imagine where you live? You're just walking around, you go outside to tend to your horse or whatever, and there's a fucking 6-foot mantis just there. I didn't put the night ring on her again. Boom, boom. Alright, Shauna should be much tougher now. Perfect. Bum bum. Bum bum ba bum bum bum. Run. Run, Dart. Fast. Like the wind. What's that? Serendipitous, even. We can cross with this. You will note that the fire and the water have exactly the same effect. It's just that one is white and blue and the other one is black and red. But it's exactly the same thing, and they're usually running in the opposite direction. Like, fire is always going up, but water always seems to be coming toward the screen.
Harpoon!
Oh. Didn't know they could do that. Oh well. It makes sense, though, 'cause they would. I usually run into a lot more mole men in the prairie than I do mantises. I think this is the most mantises I've seen in like any playthrough of mine.
Harpoon!
Get out of here, vampire kiwi.
Double lash!
That'd be a good ability for another character to have. Life drain. That'd be fantastic. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Bum 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 ba da da da. Bum bum da 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 da. How many usual prayers do I have now? I should have about 3 or 4. Only 2? Oh yeah, because I only bought the 1. Who's this? I'll talk to you, friend. You look like a civilian. What's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter? It's your knight's fault. Hold on, I'm a knight of Basil. We should be allies. I'm your enemy. We escaped from Sandora. Honey, don't say that or we're going to be arrested. Likely you'll be killed, but... Knights destroyed our lives. We couldn't stand living in Kazas and ran away from there. Please excuse us. You don't need to shoot it. We'll always lend a helping hand to sufferers, even those from an enemy country. What? Son, are you hungry? Yes. And he hands him a ration bar. Have this ration bar. It has nuts and peanut butter in it. If you go through here, you'll find Bale. You can go there if you'd like, but we don't know anybody. Why don't you go to my house? It's too big for my mother and myself anyway. And who are you? My name is Lavitz. I'm a knight in the service of King Albert. Thank you so much. How kind of you, Sir Lavitz. As a knight myself, it is incredibly difficult to get people to refer to you as Sir. So it makes sense that the party would have great difficulty calling their buddy sir, you know.
Yes. Double slash.
You should be healing. Yeah, those are platypuses. Because they even have the feet for swimming.
Harpoon. Yes. Double slash.
Speaking of platypuses, did you know that they're bioluminescent? That's going to tickle Quiet's pickle, but platypuses are bioluminescent, so there's actually, in the amount of creatures it takes to make Captain Platypus, there's not 5, there's 6. Write that down. Because it's like duck, beaver, snake, reptile. No, snake, bird, and what's the 5th one? There's 5 that make up a platypus, and then finding out they're bioluminescent, it's 6. You'll have to look it up. It's a T-shirt. Oh, goodness.
Hold the line. This
Pixelated Adventures rating me. Oh, goodness me. Hi, hello everyone. Hello new viewers. How are you? How was your stream? I will give you a shout out. Boop. That's great. What were you playing? Tell me about it. Hey, and my commands work, because my commands stopped working for a while. There you go. Same game. Oh, good. Good. Oh, emulator. Boop. I love this game. I absolutely adore this game. Limestone Cave. Hello, DK.
Our community grows.
That is, oh, goodness me. My heart. Today's been very productive. Holy shit. I forgot how much fun I had when I was streaming. I really did. Mine too. My brother and I, he's here, he's floating around. My brother and I would just play this game, like we'd beat it and then immediately start another game. And we had other PS1 games, but like this was our beans, man. Oh, that's rough. Body purifiers. I didn't buy body purifiers. It's fine. It's fine. Because everything in this cave, especially the thing that I'm looking at, is poisonous. It's fine, though. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Evil spider. It's more of a tarantula because of how big it is. And it's only got 5 eyes. Poison. That is rough. Do you have a PC?
Double slash.
Because if you do, like many of us are doing now, since Sony, I'm playing on my an emulator on my gaming PC, because why wouldn't I? I've got like $1 million computer over here. No, and it's like it's crisper. Then I found the, what are my settings for emulation? Mantis have 5 eyes. I have it set to... I have to dig into it, but it's set to high. Because this guy's rocking a... I'm pointing at my computer. She's rocking a... 2080... I forget what it... She's got a 2080 in there. Look at you, beautiful. Oh, touch it. I love this thing. No, it's not on it. That is odd that they would have it uneven. Pix is using capture card. Inverter. Strange. Are you playing on were you playing on PS3? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh no! We dicked it. We dicked the jam. Then up and then down. There you go. Beautiful. I was playing on Oh, that's why. Emulators crisp the game up a little bit. They polish a lot of the edges. Although honestly, and I will tell you, today I came down here to get everything ready at like 10 o'clock in the morning to get everything set up so I could stream this tonight. I had my OBS ready to go. I had this ready to go, and I started setting up the emulator, and then I had all these problems with the polish. Like, sorry, I'll go back to the menu for a second. On the menu, I don't have a mouse pointer for it, but like there were these hideous black lines, like somebody had taken a permanent marker and written across all of it. And every time I changed scene, the lines would be in a different spot. So I had to change my settings, uninstall and reinstall and go through the steps to install the thing on the emulator again, and then change the settings again and turn it on, and change the setting, turn it on, see if it worked. The lines would be gone, leave a room, all right, bye, see you pixelated. I'll be here, and I don't know how long I'm gonna stream tonight, because I'm getting up with my boy in the morning, but it took till like 2:30 or like 3 o'clock in the afternoon to get this sorted out. And then at the start of the stream, OBS decided that it was going to be dumb, and like my commands wouldn't work, and I couldn't update anything or fix anything, and my camera wasn't working. Like what a wild roller coaster of emotion we went on. And I just wanted to play pretty much my favorite RPG, and I say that, and I'm the guy that put like 180 hours into Mass Effect. And into Fallout New Vegas, which is just the... speaking of games that need a remake. Or a remaster. Be careful not to slip on these wet, damp, awful rocks. No. D-pad. Give me this. Body. What's it? Total vanishing. Throw that out. Actually, you know what? I'll just use the total vanishing. On, what could I use? Something that's poisonous. There's one. We're going to need a lot of those, man. Because everything in the limestone cave is poisonous. Labbit slips because he's wearing that half plate. Ugh. And he reefs him up. Brute strength. The brute strength of not only pulling a guy that's easily 180 plus pounds, wearing 30 pounds of plate. Oh, no. I mean, like, nostalgically returning home to LOD, because this is one of the Legend of Dragoon is like one of the few points of happiness in my childhood, and this is my, because as I'm very creative. I write novels, and I have a number of written things on my computer very close to novel form, and LOD has been like an ongoing project in my mind. Oh, thank you.
A steadfast supporter.
A long relationship we will have. You're fucking right, Lavitz. Speaking of Lavitz, how is our chicken doing, by the way? Yeah, that's right. And they're like, pat, 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 and then they kiss each other right on the mouth, because that's what best friends do. Excuse me, you guys. Don't just leave me like that. Well, keep up, Shauna. Good God. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, you're playing different save. Oh, look at this guy. Seeing these little beardy guys makes me want to build a 40k army of squats. Another project that'll never see the light of day, I'm sure, because I have too many. If you look at that side of my desk. Gorgeous. I should use total vanishing on that thing just to see. I don't think I've not never used a total vanishing. But, how far did you guys get into the game while you were playing? There's a lot of game to get at, but where approximately were you? Look at that big floaty what's it? Yeah, you better run away. Now we're on Easy Street. I'm gonna cheese it a little bit here. I don't need to, the thing is, they're right there. No, play it smart. I don't know how many healing potions we have left. 4, something like that. And we still got a bunch of stuff to do.
Double slash. Harpoon.
You can pick up the kill on this one, Shauna. I may actually play Shauna this game. I may actually run her. Mostly out of curiosity, I think. I'll give it a try because I don't think we've done Shauna. Because I've done Rose a lot. Because Rose is like my favorite character in this game. Hello, gigantic bulbous-eyed thing that definitely eats meat. Look at the size of that shonky boy down there. And his massive, whatever those are. Whiskers? Are they an extrasensory organ growing off the side of your head? You know, Shauna, but she took much time, so you swapped her out. I did say that last time. But that's because we were doing the Chaos. Bren and I were working on the just working on plot points for the fanfic rewrite that I wanted to make. So I was just knocking out things. No. When I was playing last time, I was playing here after we bought the house. Oh, you know a lot. Well, I used to be saved by these a lot. Me too, in particular, ones close to a battlefield were helpful. Excuse me, don't just chat amongst yourselves and leaves me out. Tell me what they are. Yeah, Shauna, take it to him. And he claps his hands. Magie. Oh boy. The light from a rock firefly has a healing power. Well, Shauna learned at least one thing. Well, I know something you don't know too, Dart. Huh? What's that? I'm not telling, because you're an asshole, Dart, and you talk to Shauna like she's an idiot. And then Lavitz. Well, I'm trying to reason. Well, you've been away from each other for 5 years. It's natural to not know things about each other. My mom and I aren't like that. Every time I go back to Bale, she welcomes me with the same smile. Yes. What, did I say something wrong? Nah. Nothing wrong with being a mama's boy. No, go get that chest. Go back for it. Beautiful. You seem cool, and you're playing one of my favorite games, so I clicked that follow button. Sadly, I have to lurk because I'm kind of busy right now, but I'll stop by later. Thank you, man. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for saying I'm cool. I will be on often, and lurk away, friend. How's it going, buddy?
Double lash.
Fuck. Get him, Lavitz. Yeah. Gross poison monster. Bum 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 bum. Why did DS2 just decide that you guys were done? A burnout. Potion or armor? Angel's Prayer is better. We talked about bioluminescent blood. Yeah, we did. Because the platypi are bioluminescent. Some of them. Some species. Some species of platypus are bioluminescent. Which is amazing. They're like the bioluminescent animal is like the Green Ranger of the Megazord that is the platypus.
Double lash.
Oh, wow, he's doing a lot of damage. Bioluminescent, the same as pink milk. Oh, that's, yeah, they do. What other animal has pink milk? There's 6 animals, right, that make up the platypus, right? This is why it's the Megazord of platypus, or the platypus is the Megazord of animals. A charm potion. Throw that garbage away. Charm potions take up space in your inventory for nothing. They do nothing. You only have 32 slots. Use it for healing potions. And if you got Sean on the line, you use it for hard damage. This is money, I think. Ah, use that later. Now you chase this big mouseman down with the extrasensory organs, right? And it's going to get a fucking super big head start on me.
Our community grows.
Healikins, thank you so much.
An earnest disciple.
Why? I made you a mod. You weren't even following. Okay, listen. He's not this hard to catch. He's not. Well, now you are. We're here. The family's back together. Oh, I should go the other way. Because I keep getting caught in that one corner. Oh no, James. He's not this hard to catch. He's not. There you go. You're mine now, giant gross mouseman. Get out of here, garbage. Yes. Delicious. What is this again? Poison guard. That's very handy. Matter of fact, Shauna's got the... I will put the poison guard on him because his magic defense is already utter trash. So we'll put the poison guard on him to give him a little bit of help. And Dart's our tough middleman, so he can take the beating. Besides, I'm going to have Shauna absolutely hammering this thing in a minute. More crackers. Need butter. Bren, if you remember when I worked at SGS and I was trying to talking about my earbats, I should have drawn these guys on it. I don't know what a Baja Blast is, buddy. But the joke in which I am referring to, I worked at a rock processing plant called SGS. Why would you want a Mountain Dew? Why? You're a good man. Don't do this to yourself. You got a whole life in front of you. Don't drink Mountain Dew. The joke in which I am referring. Oh, I fucking love you guys. I really do. Right, the joke in which I'm referring. Sorry, before I sidetracked myself again. When I worked at SGS, it was a rock processing plant, and getting fucking tinnitus at that place was an inevitability. So you had to wear ear protection. You had to. It's health and safety, wear ear protection. There's signs everywhere, but no one listened to it because the manager sucked and the people who work there were like, I'm young, I'll never lose my hearing. There's an industrial vacuum right here above your head. You can touch it. It is so loud that I had the styrofoam plugs, the small ones, in my ear, and I had industrial noise protection on top of that, and I still went home with ringing ears. That's how loud this fucking place is. Now, not only that, I'm working like 12-hour days. Just, it was maddening, man. I was exhausted, and I was bitching that this place was going to ruin my... I meant to say this place was going to ruin my bat-like hearing. However, what I said was ruin my earbats. So my brother thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And in his mind, he then imagined that inside my head, I am completely deaf. But there are two bats that live in absolute sheer pants-shitting terror all of the time in my ears, and at the slightest whisper of a noise, they would scream in horror in my ear to let me know something was being said to me. So I wanted to draw two terrified, like, Zubats on either side of my ear protectors, because it was funny, and I do things like that because they are funny to me. Because if you're not doing things to make your life funnier or better, then what are you going to do? And on reflection of this thing that I never ended up doing because I ended up quitting, on reflection of that, I should have drawn the screaming bats from the cave. How you doing, man? I fucking love you. I'm glad you're here. I just mentioned you. How you doing? Just use the poison thing. Because, as it turns out, rock fireflies don't cure poison. That's impossible, sir. That's impossible. Nice shot. Oh yeah, because I fucking came over prepared and I bought an absolute gad of potions. Healing potion. How are you doing tonight, man? Run, Dart. Yeah, great peen. Oh, made it up. Beautiful. I'm gonna have another fight in a second. Watch. Bandana. Dart's already wearing a bandana. Right? Yeah. What? And he's wearing a sallet, which is actually wearing a helmet, but he has the mod. He has the mode turned on where you can't see his helmet. Here we go. Well, when you come back, we will play down in the dungeon. Because later I'm gonna get a TV and put it right where Catherine is. Catherine, by the way, is gonna go on this wall, so she's not TOS anymore. There's something there. Could that be the much talked about guardian of the cave? Shauna, step back. Don't worry about me. I can help. Well, not from in front of the two fighters. You can't. You never played D&D in your life. Get back behind the two meaty tankmen. The two guys with muscles and swords and whatnot. Get behind them with your bow and your no armor, except those leather things that she wears. You know what I mean? What do we got in the meaning of damage? He's a rock type, isn't he? Yeah, you're rock type. I will use any dead rock. It's rock attack, spark net, darkness, charm potion. Let's oh god, by the time I get fighting any light enemies, there's I won't have use of this. Won't need it. Oh yeah, by the time we fight light enemies, she won't be here. Ah. Whoa! The mouse!
Double slash.
Urobolus. Yeah, Urobolus instead of the fantastic album written by Gojira, by the way. Where's the song? The song or the album? Oh, Shauna. Rude. Well, I mean, she just did like 100-something damage to you. So yeah, okay, yeah. And the mouse that I used to have, I threw it out because it was broken. Because the first Ouroboros mouse I bought, fantastic mouse by the way. The first Ouroboros mouse I ever bought, one of my roommates, while I was out, replaced the battery in it. It was a rechargeable battery, had like its own mount and everything. They were very cool. Replaced the rechargeable battery that was designed to go in that mouse with a regular battery and then put that battery on the charger. So when I got home, the battery had exploded and destroyed my $200 mouse. And then after I replaced that mouse, that lasted me for 6 years? No, 5 years. Lasted me the second Ouroboros lasted me 5 years, and finally it just gave out because I play a lot of video games. Guts, come on. Guts. Absolutely. Oh my god, are you kidding? Backstory, character arc, sheer thick-headedness, and utter refusal to die. It'd be Guts. I should have used those 2 turns to heal Shauna. Why'd I go guard? I meant to, It's fine. No, it's gonna work out better for me. It's fine. Because this is probably gonna kill him. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. Guts would absolutely annihilate Dart. Dragoon and all. Guts could be just by himself, Dart in Dragoon form, and Guts would still beat him. Guts is an absolute animal. We did it. Look at that. Look how goddamn good that looks. On the way to Indel's castle. I feel like Indel is the name of a guy. You know what I mean? Dart is my first love. Dart's fucking amazing. I love Dart. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh fuck yeah. Dart would block and Guts would just smash right through it. Even if he didn't break Dart's sword, the force of Guts hitting Dart alone would push Dart's sword back into him. He's just fucking beautiful. Beautiful. What the fuck, Shauna? What was that? I don't know, Shauna. I don't know what just happened. War God's Amulet. Yeah, it's no joke at all, man. It's a fantastic weapon. How many rounds did it take me to beat him? Like 4? Shauna, what happened? What on earth happened, Shauna? Earth in capital E. I don't know what happened. Of course you don't, silly banana. How could you? Anyway, we are safe. We should think about how to get out of here. Through that well-lit exit. I think. What the fuck does a War God's Amulet do again? Does it increase my hit chance? I never use any War God's equipments. Oh yeah, it's increased my hit rate. Dart's, actually, you know what? Dart's not using one. Dart's still got a bracelet on. Oh yeah. For those of you watching, just know that we love Dart endlessly. Like the Legend of Dragoon, love it. But we're talking about Guts from Berserk versus Dart. And we're in Dart's corner here. We love him, but the absolute brutal animal savagery that is Guts. He couldn't fight all 7 Dragoons. That's for sure. He could not. Guts fights guys that are faster than him all the time. Oh wow! Oh yeah, you're on attack now, Shauna, because got arm blocking. Arm blocking, I'm pretty sure, lasts just till the end of the fight. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and it depends on which version of Guts that we're talking about.
Yep. Double lash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. Agree on that. That's not bad. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Now I've got, like, D&D stuff in my mind. There should be another thing on the world map. This should have fields, farmer fields, right to the mountains. As far as they could reach, there should be fields around the kingdom of Baal, around the city, capital city. Excuse me. I'd love that. That said, I'm not a graphical artist. I'm a miniature painter. Oh, yeah. God, yeah. Oh, this goddamn shoulder. But no, I'm not a graphical artist. I can't make video games. My buddy tried to show me, and what? You know, but asked me to put together an army of miniatures for you, and no problem. Are you still playing Stardew? Because it sounds like you're playing Stardew Valley. You know what we should do? I'm going to get a picture and try and put it behind the chat. I think I could do that. Put a photo behind that, right? First of all, let's do things in order. We're going to see this. Give me this. This is important for you LOD first timers. Collage of text. For you first timers, when you get to Baal, don't buy anything. Just go to King Albert first, get all the treasures, get all the chests, then go and buy stuff. I'm saving you a lot of money. My God, it's Sir Lavitz. Let me draw your portrait. Sure. Dart's got nothing better to do anyway. I'll be done soon. Don't move. 5 Stardust. 5 Stardust in Baal. In Baal, which surrounds Indel's castle, I feel like Indel's castle is like... it's a name. Indel is a person. I want to go fishing. Yeah, okay, we can go fishing. It's funny, we grew up on a property with huge lake in the backyard, and we never went fishing. I tried for a little while fishing, but sure, all right. I will set up a tent of some variety to protect me from the sun. Now, gentle viewer who doesn't know me personally, I look not like a vampire, but that's because the light is off the wall. I am like, this is blue here. Blue because I don't go in the sun, because I am in fact my alabaster skin and I and the sun, we don't get on. Thank you, portrait girl. That portrait will come and play later. There's nothing up there, I don't think. Is there anything up here? We'll look. We'll search. There's a picture of someone. She's doodling with charcoal. Now, you can go down here, but there's nothing in this spot. How insane. Why would you block off a ladder? I'll tell you what, that's from Uncle Health and Safety. That's me, by the way, Uncle Health and Safety. Blocking off a fire escape. It's a no bueno. That's a report waiting to happen. And there's the drunk wino downstairs. But first, we're gonna go talk to King Albert and his cool cape. The city of Bale. Hey, old man. My granddaughter is a knight. She is on a mission with her fiancé to defend Hoax. That's a bad practice to get into. Sending couples and families in the same military unit to the same spot. No bueno. See, okay, and another thing with the world map. That is clearly a mountain behind Indel's castle, right? But on the world map, it's the ocean behind Indel's castle, and the prairie and the limestone cave and the prairie, they're next to the ocean, but on the world map, they're landlocked. Little things like that. Little things like that. I realize that most of this stream, I have been pointing out inaccuracies and little odd things that are off about LOD, but I do it out of just love and admiration because I adore this game, and I want it to be better. But if I were in charge, if Sony were to call me tomorrow and they say, "Hey man, you're a knight, I want you to make this game," and I'll be like, "All right, pay me like $100,000 and I'll make your game." It's just I would be tweaking little things like that. Just visual changes, script changes. Dragoons. I would change the Dragoons. Holy shit. Anyway, Lavitz. I am the head of the first knighthood, Lavitz Slambert. Back from the field. He wouldn't have to introduce himself because someone else would do it for him. Tents up on the backfield there, the mountain. Oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. We should do that. I was feeling uneasy because I heard you were missing. Oh, please make yourselves comfortable, everyone. Your Majesty, it's more than I deserve. What is for dart and swords? What does Albert sound like in your head? It was true. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state. This guy sounds like Tony. Shit. I forget the actor's name who played Minister Noash. He was Worf's brother in Star Trek. And he was Candyman. Don't tease me. Lavitz is a friend from my childhood as well as a master of martial arts. Anyway, where have you been? After my first knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandor and held against my will in Helena prison. What? In Helena? No. However, thanks to the act of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these people to you, Dart and Shauna. They are from Celeste. Yeah. There was an interview with Dart's voice actor, matter of fact. I'll find it and send it to you. Thank you for saving Lavitz. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, tell me if you need anything. Nat, by the way, if you're here, buddy, you're probably not. You're probably asleep because it's like 3 in the morning or something over there now. Nat, if you're watching, or if you get this VOD, Nat Solo, if I ever get remaking this game, I want you to voice act Albert. Every line in its entirety. I'll give you money. Of my millions. I have a favor to ask, Dart says. Is it possible to take care of Shauna in this castle? And she's horrified. How dare you? It seems Imperial Sandor attacked Celeste to take Shauna away, so they could go after Shauna at any time. And when I think of it, is that the reason you brought me here? I mean, there wasn't really a choice, Shauna. Yeah, he told me that. He's got me on to be one of them. Matter of fact. Shauna. I can walk next to Dart. I have been working towards that. There is nothing we can do about the time we were apart, but I want to be with you forever. Because she's wildly in love with him, and Dart's just dingus. You can't leave her here because plot. Imperial Sandor obtained the force called the Dragon and went on the offensive. It's terrible, terrible wordage. Holy shit. We are holding the battle line at Hoax, but if the Dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it even with the high ramparts. I don't think this dragon can fly to begin with. There's no place safe in Serdio now. Besides, you do know how she feels, don't you? No, he's got no idea because he's an idiot. Shauna, it's going to be super sick. And she's like, hey, I don't mind how sick and muddy it gets as long as I'm with you. I take back that request, but I want to ask a question to Tony. I gotta look up his name now. Hold on. I gotta look up his name. Tony. What? Kongol and Fester have the same voice actor. The rest of the cast alphabetically starts with L. Oh, that's the Japanese cast. What? Do not tell me he's not credited. Tony Todd. That's his fucking name. Tony Todd is his name. And he was uncredited. How rude. That's the worst. Excellent. No. There's a character we meet in like later, and his name is Fester. Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with the legends and the history of the continent of Endiness. That's not his voice. His voice is amazing. I was on a journey to pursue the Black Monster. The Black Monster. The monster that attacked Neat 18 years ago. The only thing I know that is he deprived me of my parents and my hometown. You were a victim of the devil. I want to hear everything. Please tell me anything you know. There is hardly any information left. Everything that was related to him was reduced to ashes. The only thing I know is the Black Monster is called the devil that disobeyed the great existence. And it is also known for devouring the god. The god? What are you, Solid Snake? And surprisingly, it shows up in history beginning 11,000 years ago. That number is going to change throughout this game. Watch, it does. 11,000 years ago is the time the Dragon campaign ended, the Human Wingly War. You're exactly right, Your Majesty. Instead, I will tell you the story of the Dragon campaign that has nothing to do with what I asked you. Cigarettes in my stomach!
Gods, Wingleys ruled over all living creatures.
Listen to this man's
Used them
voice.
as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon Campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Wingleys suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
And that's the only time we hear his voice. The whole time. And they don't credit him. Rude. I would ask him to come back. The Black Monster appeared after the Dragon campaign. Your Majesty. Time to get shredded. Time for the war meeting, where we talk about war. That's a sweet eye patch you've got on, King Albert. Harsh one for those with no longer a home to return to. The castle's very quiet now. It is the best place to think about your future, because you can't live in the castle, remember. Yeah, we should sign out, eh? Next view to please enjoy yourselves. I'll hit the next save point and I'll come to bed. Because we gotta wake up with that boy. And then I gotta go get that hutch and fucking all kinds of junk. Please excuse me too, Your Majesty. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where's the nearest save? From here, we can see all of Basil. We might even be able to see Celeste. No, we can't, because there's a mountain in the way. We can't see because we're so far, because the Earth is round. I'm sure they're fine. There was like a dozen people left. Yes, they are. According to the brief by my aide, most of the people in the village are safe. Really, I am relieved to hear that, but it will take time to rebuild the village. Still, good. I can meet everyone again. But we have bad news. Sandora is readying itself to attack us. They are planning to use a dragon for the offensive on Hoax. How do we know that? A dragon? If they release that in battle, it will be a total genocide. Our role as the knighthood is to stop it. I'm heading to Hoax now. Maintaining the battle line will determine the future of Basil. Yeah, he's having a go sleep. I have only lived for myself. It's going to take me a while to find the voices for everybody. I believe it was something I had to complete by myself, even if I had to leave Shauna behind. Oh, sorry. And the people of the village behind. But when I came back, look at this. It's pretty peaceful, actually. I have almost lost my home again. You did. Lavitz, I'm going to Hoax with you. I don't want to see any more senseless bloodshed. We'll end the war first, then I'll go deal with the Black Monster. Of course I'm going too. I can't stand the war either. I can fight. Which turns out she does very little of. And now we have to prepare. Let's go to Bale now. There are item shops and weapon shops in my home. Please meet my mom. She's dope. She'll be happy because she's another guest. Alright. Where's the nearest save point? There's almost no reason to save while you're in Vale. Well, in the inn. There's always one in an inn. Oh, now I've got myself thinking about Skyrim mods. There's a cool mod I saw. I'm not wondering at all. I'm here to collect this stardust from you, oh minstrel. Do 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 do. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. The strange castle. I mean, castles were built as houses, and then originally they were made as just like big fortified houses. And the larger and richer the family got, the more, not just ostentatious, but the more multi-purpose rooms served. And then when a castle, say, got to like started to get to a certain size, they would add like side houses to it. That's basically how towns started. Because you have a castle somewhere, and the guy builds like a one stone tower that he and his family live in, and then they build an addition to the tower, and then so on, so on, so on. There's nothing over here. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what Stardust is now. It's not here. No. There's one downstairs, though. Excuse me. Oh, I thought there was a chest there. Hey, how you doing, man? Unlock this door. It's super important for what we need to do later. That's our favorite game though, dude. Look at textures too close. And we'll go downstairs. Oh, yeah, there's 2 in Dell's Castle. One in there. And there's a Tiburon blacksmith here. And he doesn't... Like, this guy's a Tiburon, and he never... There's no conversation about it. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like, not Witcher levels of dialogue, but could that I would have that level of you know, when you run into someone, you like this Tiburon, like, why are you? I'm from nearby Tiburon, and you're a blacksmith in the fucking castle. You're the king's personal blacksmith, you know. Any more in here? I don't think so. That's true. Excuse me, townsfolk. Good people of Bale. I want to make for that checkpoint, and then I should get all the Stardust first. Oh no, I have to go talk to Lavitz's mom before I do that. Alright, I'm going to save. Because I do have to go to bed, because Oberdino is going to get up and be a proper sketty moose tomorrow. Helena Prison. I think we made pretty good time on that, actually. Hey, no, that's not bad. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, so we're gonna probably call it there and close off to this sick jam right here. But I will, depending on the schedule tomorrow, what's going on tomorrow in our lives, because Chair Bear and I are going to take to streaming on off nights. Like one on, one off, because the boy up there, and if he starts throwing a spaghetti, one of us has to go and get him. So we're gonna stream on and off. I will more than likely be playing Legend of Dragoon on Monday. Depends. I don't think my parts are coming in, because I also paint and build miniatures, which I'm going to get back into because it makes me happy. But I don't think my parts are in. Although I put a poll on my Instagram the other day for what we were going to build. And the poll came down to building one of these 2 weapons. Here. This is a custom. This is I know, but this is a custom piece. Like, I have to. It's a for a champion that I'm building. For one of these guys here. For one of my Wolves of Corn. And I was working on bits, but this axe. Excuse me. Sorry. This axe here is it's going to be a custom bit made out of plasticard, which, by the way, plasticard used to make banners, blender, yeah, and plasticard and like busted chainsword bits, because I got a bunch of broken chainswords over here. And then it's going to be a lot of carving, a little bit of green putty, custom bits, because it's got that the knuckle guard with the spikes. That's going to come off of one of the chainswords. thing. I got to change the design now that I'm thinking about it to fit Corn Berserkers. Blender. I actually have a program on this computer. I had a program on this computer to learn how to use Blender, and then my computer died, and I had to get it. Yeah, you know what? That's not a terrible idea, man. That's money. That's a good idea. 100 points for Liam. Dude, yeah, we'll probably be working on that, and you can just sit here and hang out with me while I work on an axe, or more Legend of Dragoon, or Deep Rock. I don't know, man. You are a Janus. That is factual. But yeah, I'm going to head off. Let's see if there's somebody on I can drop a raid on real fast. Boop, doo, doo, boop, doo, 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 dun. Legend. Jasper. There's me. Oh, here we go. Japuri Kapuri, do you want some of this, son? English. We're looking for someone to raid here because that's the right thing to do. To pass it on because that's proper. That's proper. I'm going through a commercial right at this hot second, so I'm waiting for that to end so I can. Oh God, that's what LOD looked like before? Oh, Spanish, Portuguese, Spanish, English. Well, this is what we're going to do. Raid a channel. We're going to drop a raid real fast here. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Excuse me. This fella streaming LOD. We're going to start a raid. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go. I will be back on in a bit. Probably tomorrow. Alright, so take care of yourselves. Take care of someone else. I'll see you tomorrow. Or on Wednesday, Monday. I don't know. I'll see you. I'll see you.
Ooh, Sir Justin the Lion with a party of 5. Thank you for the raid. Hey, what's up? All right, Rose, you gotta get it.